Hello and greetings once again from Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this on either YouTube or the Facebook Shelf Life Book Review pages. I always appreciate your time and hopefully I make the videos worth your time. As always, I'm bringing to your attention two very recommended fiction reads, and hopefully when you make your book purchases, you will seriously consider these two books. The first one is Golden Girl by Elin Hilderbrand. This is published by Little Brown and it retails for $24.99. Elin Hilderbrand is well known for her Nantucket series of romantic tales. A lot of them have been noted as beach reads, summer reads, or any time of the year that you read them, you can't go wrong because Elin Hilderbrand has a great method of giving us great characters, memorable characters, and even after we close the book, we still remember them fondly. This book looks at the life and death of a lady by the name of Vivian Howe. She is a writer, and she's written a series of beach novels, and she's very popular in the Nantucket area. That's where she's living. One day she's out for a jog, and suddenly a car comes and hits her. It's a hit and run. The driver does not stop for some reason, and she dies. Her son's best friend finds her, but the interesting thing is later they wonder whether he was the one who drove the car. So Vivian ends up in a place called the Beyond, and a person by the name of Martha, who is known as the person, she's sort of like, I wouldn't call her a spiritual guide, but she is in the afterlife. And she is going to allow Vivian to watch things happening on Earth for 90 days up until Labor Day. And what she has is 3 nudges. So if she sees something going on that she doesn't like, she can change that part of history. And it's sort of like Aladdin's lamp where you get 3 wishes. And so she observed her children. She has 3 children, Willa, Carson, they're her daughters, and Leo, her son. And she watches as they cope. They've all had interesting parts of their life, things that have happened, mistakes they have made, and they have paid dearly for the mistakes, romances they've been part of that didn't work out. So as she observes them, she sees them going through a lot of struggles, making very, very definite mistakes. So she does use her nudges. And she has let's say a heavenly inspiration for wanting to change their lives because she wants the best for her children, of course. And so another person who does show up in this book is Police Chief Ed Capanash. He's been in several of the Nantucket books, and he makes an appearance here. And his goal is to find out the person who ran Vivian down, the hit and run driver. So he has a lot of suspects as well too. So he figures into the plot, of course. So this is typical Elin Hilderbrand. It is a nice, just a gentle read for any time you want to read it, during the summer, fall, winter, spring. Golden Girl is really a golden book, and in many ways it's about life and how quickly life can be taken from us. It's about forgiveness as well, and it's about second chances, that would we make the same mistakes a second time that we did the first time. So this is a book that is recommended for those Elin Hilderbrand fans, and anyone who has not read an Elin Hilderbrand book, get on board because she writes very well. And I think this is book, I could be wrong, 27 possibly. So she's had a lengthy writing career, and it's a lengthy and a momentous one. So go get this Golden Girl because you can't go wrong with it. The second book is a little different. It's called Mindful of Murder by Susan Juby. It is published by HarperCollins and it retails for $24.99. This is set in Sutil Island, S-U-T-I-L Island, in British Columbia. And it revolves around a woman by the name of Edna Todd. She has a retreat called the Yatra Institute. So it's like meditation and New Age and things like that. She has a lot of friends on the island, people who like her, and there's also a few people who don't like her for whatever reason. So anyway, she has a regime of taking her nightly mineral supplement, and the night that she takes it, she suddenly dies. And as the book is narrated in the first few pages, someone is watching from the doorway as she dies. And the question is who and why? And is this the person who did something to her medication? Now, Edna Todd has always talked about when she dies, she wants to go like with an assisted suicide, but this was not suicide. This was it an accidental death or murder? So under the scene comes Helen Thorpe, who worked for Edna Todd at the Institute at one time. She was a teacher and she followed her philosophy. She was a good friend to her. But now she has taken a butler training course. She wants to be a professional butler. But she is called back to Soodle Island because she is the one who's supposed to handle the estate for Edna Todd. So, and now the thing is, one of her children will take over the Institute. Now she has to decide who is most apt to be it. And the four who are part of this are, I have the names here. There are, where are the names? Tad, Wills, Whitney, and Raven. And so she has to decide who will, get the estate. And there's some interesting things going on because she sort of suspects, did her friend die accidentally? And if so, was it someone who killed her and why? And so she sort of becomes like an amateur detective as well too. And she looks into the crime. Crime. She thinks it's a crime. Of course, police do not suspect any foul play. But the deeper she digs, the more she finds there are people within Edna's social circle who maybe had reasons for wanting to terminate her life. So it's a very slow-paced sort of mystery. It's over 430 pages, so it is a book that you're not going to want to read in one sitting. It's very slow-paced, like I said, and because it works itself out so gradually, you will be engrossed by it, and you will wonder what comes next. So be mindful of this book. That Mindful of Murder is a very interesting, slower-paced mystery, and Susan Juby has written a very intelligent, interesting book. So those are the two books I wanted to draw to your attention, Golden Girl and Mindful of Murder. So as always, I do thank you for your time. If you do buy these books, please let me know whether you agree with me or not. And hopefully you are watching my other videos. I have over, I think, 175 video reviews on YouTube and Facebook. So until we meet again, thank you for your time. As I always say, stay safe, stay sane, stay social distancing, and do stay in touch. Bye for now. See you real soon.